An ungodly recruitment class in the books. Let's get to these position changes here. There's going to be a lot to sort out, a lot to see, as there always is. First and foremost, our athletes. There are 6 of them. Tavares Montague's only at 59. Jesus Christ. Harms was a 74, though. We are going to put people into their best positions and then sort from there, as we always do. Old Montague. 6'1", 292, agile type. Probably put him on the end. Right? A little bit undersized for a big DT. We'll put him on the end for the moment. Let's see. The next athlete. Austin Harms. Where are you best suited? Tight end. Or middle linebacker, safety, running back, free safety, corner. Jesus Christ. But he is best suited at tight end for the moment, so we'll put him there. But that guy's the ultimate utility man. Alex Kumar. Defensive tackle. He's a little bit undersized, though. I wouldn't put him at fullback. That would be a waste. 226. We're looking at linebacker, safety, defensive end. You know, we're going to come back to him because he can really play fucking anywhere. What about Jay Walters? Defensive tackle or outside linebacker. We'll put him at outside linebacker. A little bit undersized. Play DT. Then we have Kevin Machado. Also undersized to play DT. Jesus Christ. There are so many positions he's at least a 68 overall at. That's insane. That is insanity. And what about Dennis Brink? Defensive tackle, a smidge undersized. Could also play tight end. Okay, so literally these athletes can basically play anywhere. Not even just like, oh, 1 or 2 spots. They can play like anywhere. Quarterbacks, Brett Cole. Has not transferred out. Could be a running back, but is best at quarterback. That's going to be pretty typical. Bryce Frost, absolute legend. He's going to be a senior this year. Picks aplenty. Still going to be best at quarterback. I imagine Brasky and Amphetamine will be the same. Yeah. Now, again, the reason why I'm double-checking everybody is because some people, we might not have been able to play them in their best position last year. This year, though, there might be room. So Targaryen is best at running back. He's staying there. No doubt. No doubt. Tavian Grant was always best at running back. Could, almost fullback, but he'll stay there. BJ Thompson. Best at running back. He is outright a running back or a fullback, so. Greg Tolbert. Another new addition. Also best at running back. Dude, we got a lot of talent at running back. Holy shit. Lane Schilling. Best at running back. And then old Booby Boosh. Best at running back. Dude, the running back talent we have on this team is nuts. Fullback, Ron Mexico is best at fullback. Almost tight end, but he can stay. For the wideouts, Trayan Bell. This guy's going to be a monster this year. Best at running back. Play, or wideout. Can play running back or tight end. Ryan the Riot Talio. Best at wideout. Might finally be his time to shine. LJ is finally going to be a senior. Again, the crazy thing is we know he can play running back, but he can't block worth a shit. Like, at all. So he's got to stay at wideout, even though that's not his best spot. I just know he's going to end up there anyway. Colt Simon. You know what? Shits and giggles. Let's move Colt back to running back. I'm actually going to move LJ over there, too. Just, who knows? Maybe his blocking's gotten better. I just want to see him as an 86 overall because I love him. Let me have this. Bingus Piss Missile. Also best at fullback. We'll move him there temporarily. Veto Power. Slightly better at running back. We'll move him there for the moment. He'll end up being back. Michael Shitman. Also slightly better at running back. Wow. And then what about Ron to the ball? Also better at running back. Jesus Christ, everyone's better at running back. For the tight ends, Igats Noname. Best at tight end, thank God. We're not actually going to be able to move anybody off a tight end. So, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. On the O-line, Grant Huff. 91 tight end. You know what? Fuck it, Grant. Go ahead. I know you can't catch the ball worth the shit, but I just want to see what this team looks like. All of these guys are absurdly high-rated tight ends. It's fucking hilarious. But they can't catch a football. Even Greenwood, dude, he's an 86 tight end. It's hilarious. If I were to just spec into having tight ends that are exclusively blockers, though, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? So, let's see. Oliver Terry. He's also best at guard. Okay. What about Cornelius Flakes? He can play tackle. Let's move him there for now, since we didn't have a natural left tackle anymore. Manziel's Waterboy. Triple option build, right? He's also best at guard. Okay. At center, Bon Jovi, John B.O.V. I'll put him at left tackle for now. We're going to have to move people back to center. Dion Marcuck. Better at guard. We need an O-line when you can have tight ends, right? And then Frankie Abushi is already a left guard, so he's fine where he is. No, he was a center, wasn't he? I'll have to move him to left guard eventually. Isaiah Crowder. Play pretty much anywhere. He's fine where he is. Cowbell Solo. Fine where he is. Brian Vega. Dude, the O-line we've put together is nuts. Brian Vega's fine where he is. We're going to have a tough time balancing this. Tuka, not Tuka, is best at right guard. Okay. Bocce Ball. I can put Bocce Ball at left tackle. I mean, he can play anywhere, so it's fine. We looked at Tuka, not Tuka. Shaquem Ernest. Best at guard. Cool. And then what about Orlando Kamalat? Also best at guard. Nobody who has their best position as a center, which means we are going to have to move somebody. Although Andrew Spanway, you're going to end up at center, but I'm going to put you as a tight end for the moment because I think it's funny. Jermaine Houston. I'm going to put you as a tight end because I think it's funny. He could also play center. And then Jerry Donuffs. Can play anywhere. Okay. Very, very versatile. Very, very versatile offensive line. Very versatile. So tight ends. We'll be able to move them in a second. What about Armand Allgaier? I can't move him yet. Nope, that's Ryan the Riot. I wanted to look at Allgaier. Thank you. Is also best as a fucking running back. God damn it. So we'll fix the O-line shortly. Defensive end, TBTT. Would be an ungodly linebacker. Holy shit. Interesting. Interesting. Actually, hold on. Let me double check this. Yeah, so defensive end or linebacker. Power moves are great. He can't play zoner, man. He's a defensive end. Old tweet got me canceled. Is actually best at DT. He's a bit undersized for that, though, so he'll stay on the defensive line. Right end, John Decker IV. Also undersized to play defensive tackle a bit, so he'll stay on the edge. Isaiah Saylor, the elite dev. Defensive end. He could honestly play DT, but he is better at defensive end for the moment. Jimmy Giffels. Defensive tackle. Yeah, he can play defensive tackle. He can play defensive tackle. Tavares Montague. Holy shit. A little bit undersized at DT. Like, the weight's good. Height. Yeah, we'll leave him there. That's fine. Jaden Story. What do we got for Jaden Story? Defensive end. Okay. And the final guy is Maul Walker, Texas Ranger, who is best at defensive tackle but is undersized. So we're talking either defensive end or linebacker. Can you play any sort of coverage? Nope, not well. You're staying right there, buddy. Right there. Defensive tackle certainly doesn't look as strong as it used to. David Verrett, though, is a 79 overall out of the gates. What a beast. Giffels, we already moved. Crippling Gambling Addiction. Best at defensive tackle. A little bit undersized, but we'll leave him there. 251. Babuka Babaka. Best at defensive tackle. We got Buy Me, a new Charger. Also best at defensive tackle. Fair enough. What about Papa Gammer? Papa Gammer, also best at defensive tackles. We're going to have a lot of defensive tackles on roster. And then Phil Woods. We can leave him at DT or move him over to the edge. The names, can we have just one word? Unfortunately, no. I don't see the edge. I feel like we have enough. Let's move Woods over, though, because we have plenty of other options. So, Phil Woods, you'll go to the other side. Linebackers, James Couch Smith. Best where he is. What about turning the frogs gay? Best where he is. Even if he can't fucking play coverage, which he probably can't. Yeah, 50s. Ugh. God, no wonder why we suck. Nobody can play coverage. Kuda Cog Hog. Best where he is. Good. And Tougie is a shill. Best where he is. Okay. Middle linebackers, literally nobody. Right outside linebackers. Jalen Hurts is fine where he is. Draymond Gates is absurdly good on the left side because of the power rusher. I feel like Charger and Gamble and Addiction are bad on one another. They might be. This guy undersized. We'll keep him at linebacker. He could play fullback, enough. And then Greg McCaffrey. Actually better on the defensive line. Linebacker will be interesting to try and fill this out. We'll definitely have some people not in their best spots, but that's okay. And then for the secondary, DeMarvin Holland, absolute hero, absolute legend. We'll stay at corner for the moment. Guy being dudes will also stay at corner. And then 69 Midon, who's a senior already. Actually slightly better at safety. Put him there for the moment. He's 5'9". I probably shouldn't play him at safety. Chris Ellinger is also slightly better at safety. Paul Correa. Beautiful forced fumble previously. We'll leave him at corner. Madagascar 2 on PS2. We'll move you over to safety. He improved greatly in terms of being a safety. Interesting. Darkwing Duck. Probably going to move the middle linebacker, but for the moment, he goes to safety. Red shirt, me daddy. Best at corner. Bring in that cowbell, baby. And then Putty McDriverson is good there. Okay. Let's see. Ben Laney. Better at safety. Okay. We got Michael Roderick Jr. Better at safety. Okay. Johnny McCormick. Better at safety. Okay, that's pretty typical. LeBron Flag Bearer. Also better at safety. And then Toby Klaus. Better at corner. All right, that's actually good news. And then strong safety, 69 Megan, Chris Ellinger. White Ford Bronco is best at safety. And as is Darkwing Duck. Let's double check what the situation is for kickers and punters this year. So we know the overalls. Again, they can be different, but they're mostly the same. I mean, Lincoln was just the kicker of the year, right? So he's going back to kicker. Control-Alt-Delete probably gets cut. Then we'll have to carry 3 players on roster. We'll leave Tory Butt as a punter. But yeah, Control-Alt-Delete probably gets cut. Coco for Cocoa Puffs will end up being the punter this year, and then Tory Butt's just going to be hanging around. Yeah, Control-Alt-Delete's probably screwed. So by default, we have 5 quarterbacks, and we still have a couple of athletes we can move around. We have a buttload of running backs again. That sounds about right. Let's actually go to the athletes then. So Alex Kumar, 6'5", 226. We're looking at linebacker, defensive end, safety.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Lazy Alcoholic. Follow. Appreciate you. Probably a little bit slow for a safety. We know... Am I going to be able to see what his coverage ratings happen to be? Finesse and power moves aren't great. His coverage isn't great either. Okay. So we can't really play coverage. He can't really do anything power move-wise. Right. Price, should you be a tight end? Can you catch the ball? You can't really play defense. Can you at least catch a football? 74 catching. Hate to say it, he's probably got to be a big-ass tight end at 6'5". He can't play defense. You're going to tight end, bro. Actually, can you block? And if you can't block, you're probably going to be a goddamn wideout. Can you block? Not the best route running. Pass block is serviceable. Tight end. Congratulations, Alex Kumar, one of the many currently on this roster. Dennis Brink. What do we got for you? Defensive tackle, tight end, linebacker. Jesus Christ, I could put you anywhere. That was the problem. Mr. Brink. Not very fast. Good strength. Offensively, not great. Can't catch a football. What are you good at, sir? He's good at blocking. And he's good at tackling. But he's not good at coverage. So you're good at blocking. And you're good at tackling. But you're not good at coverage. Defensive tackle is his best spot. He's only 6'1", but he is 290. I mean, we need a defensive tackle more than we need another tight end, so we'll move him to DT. And the last athlete was Kevin Machado. Can kind of catch a football. Right? He can kind of catch a football. Can kind of block. He can definitely tackle. And kind of play coverage. I mean, we need a middle linebacker. Certainly more than we need anybody else. There you go, Kevin. Congratulations, you found your spot. Okay, so in the quarterback position, now that we have these guys sorted, yeah, there's no one who's like, oh man, they're shit, get him out of there, so that's fine. For the running backs, which right now there's a ton, again, I need guys who can kind of sort of block, right? Like, I need people who can kind of sort of pass block. LJ cannot. We know this. We knew this. Given that you cannot block, I can't have you at tight end. I can't have you at running back, but I can have you at wide receiver. We knew he was going back, right? And speaking of which, at wideout, Armon Allgaier, and then take your spot at running back. So we had to move him anyway. Colt Simon. Fast as fuck, boy. But can you block? He can pass block. God damn. For anybody who can't, the guys at the bottom, at least all these guys have 50 for blocking, so that's not too bad. Right? Like, you could end up playing anywhere at that point. Pass block finesse, pass block power. Eh. What about run blocking? Some of these guys aren't so hot at run blocking if it's not them. Speed block, some of them really aren't great either. What do we want to sort these guys on? We might have to go for catch rating, right? Like, we might need people who, again, can at least catch the damn football. And if you can't catch, you should probably be a running back like Schilling. But if you can catch the football like Colt Simon, it might be better that you're at wideout. You know? 'Cause everyone's blocking was about the same. So I do think that means we're going to move Colt back to wideout this year, where he was last year. He's not as high of a rated player at wideout, but I mean, it makes sense. Still have him as a slot option, right? Fast as hell. Yeah, I think we got to do it that way. Can't worry about overall too much. So, Colt Simon, you're going back to wide receiver. What else we got for catch rating here? We got Allgaier, Veto Power, Shipman, and Tudaball. All going to wide out because tight end probably won't make sense for you. Right? You think about it. Ron to the ball is changing positions more in depth than 14. You just take more time. More time to optimize them. Didn't mean to click on Aegon. Definitely just taking more time to optimize them. Wow, Ron to the ball is a fucking garbage wide receiver, apparently, but it's the best spot for him. Veto Power. They're also going to wide out. Again, why the hell would I move you to tight end? And then Shipman. I mean, I guess I technically could have moved those guys to tight end, but... Alright, so that leaves us with these 6 running backs, all of whom are pretty decent, man. Pretty decent. We got the 2 fullbacks, Ron Mexico and Bingus Piss Missile. Mexico drops by 1 point to become a tight end. Piss Missile is actually a better running back than tight end. Go figure. Well, we'll move you there for the moment, Bingus, and it definitely wasn't the case before. Piss Missile, can you catch a football? You can very much catch a football. Let's get you out of there. And we'll put you at tight end for the moment. Put you at tight end for the moment. So running back is set, fullback is set. Wide out. A lot of these guys can't block worth a shit. All of them sub 50. What's the situation here for tight ends? Because obviously we got the fucking O lineman here. Let's get the offensive lineman out of here. But it is just fun to see these guys be super fucking high rated. So Damian Green. We'll move you back to guard. Elijah Greenwood Jr. These guys are so much better than what it's showing them, by the way, at these positions. It's really weird. Move him over. Grant Huff. Move you to center. We need centers. Andrew Spanway. Gonna move you to center, at least for the moment. And I think Jermaine Houston was going there too. Yeah, he was. Okay. So then at tight end, everybody can at least kind of sort of catch the ball. Austin Harms cannot block. He simply cannot, nor can Bingus. Right, so if Harms cannot block as a tight end, it's saying it's not going to let me move him, which doesn't make much sense as to why I couldn't move him. Like, we have people in that position. He definitely needs to get the hell away from that spot, though. Maybe we will have to use an offensive lineman at tight end just to be a good blocker. Where can Harms play? He's fast as hell. He can catch. He can run routes, but he can't block worth a damn. Well, who the hell can I move at tight end then to move him around? That's the question. We have so many goddamn offensive linemen, it's insane. We moved Greenwood back. He's in a log jam. We moved one of these 3 back. They're in a log jam. Green's fine. You know what? Fuck it. Elijah Greenwood Jr. I mean, it said you could play tight end. You're a blocker. I mean, I need you there, I guess. And then it's center. We'll move Spanway because he's going to be behind Huff anyway, so might as well let Houston be the backup. Let's move Spanway over to tight end, I guess, even if it's temporarily. So Austin Harms. I want to see what you look like on defense, just so I know what those ratings are, but otherwise he is an offensive player. 69 tackling, good power moves, block shedding's bad. Move finesse, move pursuit. He can play coverage. He's not bad. An 80 catching, 97 jumping. He's actually not that bad as a middle linebacker. And now it won't let me move him anyway. Huh. I mean, he really can play either side of the ball. We just got to decide where we want him. I'll mark him down as a player to look at again later. So I'm back at tight end. Piss Missile wasn't able to play anywhere else. He can catch. Was he able to play defense? No. So he's definitely a wide receiver then, based off of what we know. Okay. That's the wide receiver setup, which after development isn't going to be that bad. Need a third middle linebacker? Yeah, we do. So then tight ends. Am I allowed to move Greenwood back over? Because at least everybody else here can catch the ball slightly. And yeah, their pass blocking is at least over 50. Can I move Spanway back? Yes. Can I move Greenwood back? Yes. Greenwood actually has 62 catching. Okay. You know what then? Andrew Spanway will be the one to be moved back. And then if Greenwood has to stay, then so be it. He can actually kind of sort of catch a football. Yeah, I can't move him. Okay. Elijah Greenwood's a tight end this year. From the O-line to tight end. Because it's all I can do. Fair enough. So we got our wideouts, got our tight ends. We'll have to optimize the O-line here really quickly, and then we got to decide what to do with Harms. So Mark Huck or Ogopogo can move over. We have way too many good centers, way too many right guards, and then we need right tackles. So Crowder, can you play right tackle just as well? Yes, you can. Let's move you over, quick and easy. And then can one of you guys also be the backup right tackle? He's a -2. What about Brian Vega? Brian Vega's also a -2. And what about Tuca Not Tuca? He's a minus more than that. Okay. What about left guard? Would it make sense to move over Marcock to right tackle? Sure. We'll move Marcock over. That's leaving like 3-ish people per position. I just need to move over one guard over to like left tackle and we're good. Can I move Oliver Terry over to left tackle? Perfect. Okay, so the O-line is set. It'll be at left tackle, John V. John Biovi. Then we'll have Terry as the backup. Here it'll be Damian Green and Hugo Ogopogo. The center depth is the nuts one. I might move actually somebody over to left tackle to compete with Bon Giovi, who's the weak link. Right guard, Calvo, Solo, and Vega, and then right tackle is pretty stacked. Yeah, so if we can move one more guy, then the left tackle. Huff. Perfect. Okay. There we go. We got our depth. I mean, the O-line's going to look really good. Defensively. And we're still looking pretty good there in terms of the overall depth. I just got to move someone over to the left side to balance it out, basically. There you go. Defensive tackle, a lot of dudes, but that's okay. Linebackers. Again, we just have to decide where we want to put Harms. So even for the moment... Draymond 8. See, Tugi is a shill. Cannot play middle linebacker at all. And Kuda Coghog. Can you play middle linebacker? Yes, you can. Why you move you over there. Can I look at Harms again and move him? Yes, I can. Okay. So with this guy, play recognition, his tackling isn't the best, only at a 69. He can hit hard, his block shedding kind of sucks. His power and finesse moves suck. But he can play coverage and catch the ball at 6'3". So he can play coverage and he can catch the ball. Offensively, we know that he couldn't block. So defensively, he can play coverage and catch the ball. At wideout, catching is good. Route running's good. Jump is insane. So he really could play either wide receiver or middle linebacker. Either way. And based on this team, I mean, you could argue what we need more, but we probably do need middle linebacker more. I think we're going to go middle linebacker for him. That's more difficult to find than a good wide receiver. That leaves Couch, Gates. We do have to move Couch. Probably the middle linebacker because we're not moving Gates around. Couch does drop by 5. Isn't ideal. How much does Jalen Hurts drop by? A lot more than that. Okay. Well, technically it was by 2. He's an 83 on the outside right now. Yeah. Okay. Well, unless there's a safety that can also be moved, it will be Couch Smith moving over. Corners, we're going to have to drop a couple people over. So it's safety. Let's see, Ben Laney. Drops by 3 in a middle linebacker. Okay. In fairness, though, we just move Couch Smith. I mean, he's a good backup option. Yeah. And the Frog's gay. Move him to the right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, that's not bad if we do just move somebody down to middle linebacker. Again, Laney was a 3-point drop. Roderick is a 3-point drop. And then 69 Midon's probably moving back to corner. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Gates and Couch Smith, Arms, Hog will get better. We just need, like, 1 middle linebacker, I swear. 5 QBs, got the running backs, got the fullback. Wideouts are set. Tight ends are set. O-line is balanced. Defensive end is also balanced. Defensive tackle. It's just middle linebacker. I got to move 1 person there. Corners, we got 3 electric corners. It makes sense to have Laney and Roderick as our safeties this year. Laney drops by 1 if we move him over. What does Roderick do? He's the same. We'll just move him over. How good's Madagascar at middle linebacker? -3. That's not great. What about Johnny McCormick that we just brought in? That wouldn't really solve our issue. He's a -4. Chris Ellinger. -3. Honestly, we might just have to run with that fucking freshman middle linebacker. Not the worst idea in the world. It's like Darkwing Duck can play linebacker. She kinda can. Apparently he's better at corner again, though. It always seems to change it. I don't know if it's based on who's there or who isn't. Honestly, yeah, we might just redshirt Harms and then see who's best elsewhere. Is Harms over? I'll stick with Hog's at 68. Yeah, I gotta do it. Sorry to James Couch Smith, but you're going to have to be our middle linebacker. I got no other choice. And it moved Draymond Gates. I hate... Oh, boy, do they need to fix that, like, latency glitch. I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. Cost me so much time, because I try to be quick. There we go. So Couch Smith over to the middle. And then, move Cog Hog back to the outside. Yeah. So we don't have the most linebacker depth, that's for sure. But the core will do. Corners are set. Safeties are 4-3. Kicker. We're good. And again, we haven't even seen player development yet. There's still a couple of guys that you could say, maybe they should go here, maybe they should go there. But I think we're good. So now it's just a matter of off-season player development and how well that works for us, which, fingers crossed. We got 8,000 XP this off-season, 10 coach points. Not as much as we normally get, but that's okay. So what are the training camp results? Actually, we had 20 in the top corner. So Cole's 79, playing like an 83 as a junior. That's not bad. Frost picks up plenty. Bill Brasky. We might have to make some decisions about who actually gets to play quarterback this year. This will be interesting, actually.
I'm just trying
Shout
to
out
walk
to
through
Ace
this
Deuce
fucking
for the follow. Welcome in. Arian's an 80. Rants. Ron Mexico looking okay as a fullback. At the moment, granted, it's because of certain boost, but the wideout core is looking pretty decent. Greenwood's showing up as a 91 rated tight end, which is hilarious. You're a blocker, but I'm here for it. O-line, I mean, if Grant Huff's actually that good instead of an 86, I mean, we're gonna be cooking. We are gonna be cooking this year again, no doubt. We have a shitload of depth, and again, that's why I wanted TT as a red shirt last year, but it is what it is. Defensive tackle is gonna be a little bit interesting. Not nearly as strong as it used to be. Linebackers, though, we're looking good. Secondary looks insane. Safeties, you know, maybe drop it down from insane a little bit. But we're cooking. We are absolutely cooking, and we shouldn't have to cut that many players either, which is really nice. Let's see. So first and foremost, let's check out our skill tree. We got a couple of things to check out this week. Again, that frickin' win 4 bowl games. We were almost halfway. For tactician, I'm going to focus on defensive backs last, because, like, spin, juke, and vision. You get some shit. 2 points on you immediately. Cross-train one to me. It's like, who gives a shit about that? Boost to juke and spin for wideouts. Trucking and break tackle for running backs. Throw under pressure. Break sack for QBs. Finesse moves, block shedding for the defensive line, pursuit and recognition. Let's boost up the defense. Let's go defense first. And then we'll do throw under pressure and trucking and break tackle for running back. So that tactician tab is getting just a bit more filled out. Really nice. Again, our coordinator, Aguilera, doesn't have much on recruiter. Both of them actually do have a little on recruiter, though. So forgot to fire them, which is okay. In terms of our cuts, we need to cut 6 people. That's not too bad, especially compared to last year. At quarterback, I can't possibly cut Bryce Frost, can I? It would be for the betterment of the team, but man, that would be disrespectful. Running back wise, old Booby Boosh might be out. Okay, easy cut. Armand Allgaier, you are out. You are trash. Absolute trash. Again, Colt Simon looks like trash, but we know he isn't. It's better than what the overall indicates. But Allgaier was bad. On the O-line. Hate to say it, but Manziel's water boy is looking better than Hugo Ogopogo. Hugo, and yeah, Make It to Go is looking better too. Hugo Ogopogo, you're gone. Nobody at center. Right guard, we could cut the lesser of the juniors, which would be Tuca, not Tuca. I think that's going to be the play. Sorry, Tuca. Right tackle, nobody to cut. Defensively, nobody to cut. Defensive tackle, obvious shout is Papa Gammer. He's just a lower overall than a new Charger. Same year for him. Linebacker, we do not have room to cut anybody. We just need those guys, all of them. Same at corner. And then we know we can go over to punter and cut Control-Alt-Delete. So one more. We wanted, it could be one of the other punters, but I feel like these guys are the future in that position. We're just waiting for Cocoa Puffs to develop some accuracy. Tory Butt actually developed into a monster. Wow. Hate to say it. I think it's got to be the quarterback, Beth Amphetamine. She's never going to... she, whatever. Never going to play behind the other two freshmen that were brought in. So Beth is gone. Some hard cuts again, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. And that brings us to promotion relegation for this past season. We've waited a couple of years to do this. 4 years, in fact. Moving up from independent status, it's TOUGLANE to replace, from Conference USA, Navy. So Navy is down to independent status. We're not there anymore. JM, what's going on? Good to see you. Sorry, you just caught me at a time where I really got to focus on what I'm doing so I don't make any dumb mistakes. Come back to haunt me later. Conference USA promoted as champions. Bowling Green are heading to the MAC to replace San Jose State. So that is our direct competition this upcoming season in Conference USA. If we hope to make it 2 promotions in a row, we have to outduel those programs. I mean, 75, 75, 76, 74, 79, 75, 76, 77, 78, 75, 81, 85. Damn, thank you. Big hockey fan. What was the thought process behind moving independent status to the bottom? I don't know. People just said they thought it'd be interesting. I guess that's it. I guess that was the process. Louisiana Tech moving on from the MAC. They're heading to the Sun Belt to replace App State. Again, that is what the MAC will look like heading into season number 5. Not bad. Wyoming's a mandatory game now, aren't they? Yes. They are absolutely a mandatory game because we're in the same conference. All right, so the MAC is set. In the Sun Belt, we got the Charlotte 49ers getting promoted in favor of Wake Forest in the American Conference. So congrats to Charlotte for the promotion. Wake Forest is down. And then from the American, promoted as champions, Washington State are heading to the Mountain West for the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana. And the Cajuns are relegated, I believe, 1 year after they went up. Washington State move up. From the Mountain West, Houston promoted as champions. They're heading to the Pac-12 to replace San Antonio. So Houston up and San Antonio down as we get to the mid-tiers. Let's see. Promoted from the Pac-12 as champions, Arizona will head to the ACC to replace the California Golden Bears. And Arizona on the way up. Cal had a terrible season. ACC champions this past year were Pittsburgh. They head to the Big 12 to replace the Iowa Hawkeyes. Does mean there's only one chat decision on the schedule? Correct. Correct. You guys get one choice this upcoming year. That is it. And you might not even get a choice. Depends on the letter picker's involvement. The Baylor Bears promoted as champs. They'll be taking Miami's spot in the Big Ten. Congrats to the Baylor Bears. As we drop down Miami. And then promoted to the top tier, it's the Louisville Cardinals, who we did beat last year to gain our promotion. They will be replacing the Texas Longhorns. So that is what the top tier SEC will look like, with Louisville joining the elites and Texas down again. I'm a little bit surprised Tennessee's managed to survive. I mean, they're an 86 overall, but and then again, so is Florida, who's earned their way up there. But there it is. Conference USA, baby. We're moving up. Sweet, beautiful progress. We're good to go beyond this week. Bama every year. Imagine playing in that top conference. Our playing style apparently doesn't mesh well with Brink. But we're a 3-star program, 85 overall, now in Conference USA. You love to see it. Now, obviously, the custom schedule will be a hell of a lot easier this year. We are going to go to the letter spin. And as we look, San Jose State, Marshall, Georgia State, Southern Miss. Ooh. Actually have week 12 open, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Buffalo is currently non-conference. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It only scheduled us 10 conference games, as opposed to 11 like it was supposed to. Interesting. That could come back to haunt us unless we can schedule that game. So let's go take a look at, well, actually, Conference USA. I can just look at my list and know who is missing. SEC Super Elite Conference, right? All right, so in our conference, we have San Jose State. Marshall is on the list. Georgia State. Southern Miss. First ever victory. Obviously, we're not going to worry about Buffalo. Georgia Southern. Mid-Tennessee. Wyoming. Eastern Michigan. Central Michigan. New Mexico State. We're missing UTEP. So to increase our chances, we need to find El Paso. Not available there. We need them to be available in week 10 or 12. Shit. We might not be able to schedule El Paso, meaning we're going to be a game down, meaning every game is that. Yeah, we can't schedule El Paso. Sometimes it just doesn't schedule 11 games. So every single conference game is going to mean that much more because we're playing one fewer than we're supposed to. I could look at week 0. That's fair. Also not there. Yeah, they're just completely unavailable. Ah, that sucks. Well, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Backed out one too many times. Let's see then. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's have a placeholder in week 12, maybe? Right? Would regenerating the schedule. Let me check. No, they're just not there. They're just not there at all. Although maybe, hold on. And San Antonio's there, but we need El Paso. And I don't think they're going to be there, man. It was a decent shout, though. Number 5. No El Paso. One flaw to my system, apparently. Still no El Paso. I just didn't know whose logo that was for Western Michigan. I wanted to look. And then week 12. Yeah, we can't schedule El Paso. So we're going to be a game down. It is what it is. Boy, 3 straight road games to end the season, huh? 2, 3, 4. We'll take FCS Midwest off the schedule. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Week off, and then 1, 2, 3. So week 12. We will spin the wheel. It lands on L. Who's available with the letter L? Nobody. Well, let's spin it again. Worth a shot. This will be our one open game of the schedule. This time it lands on Z, which does not help either. Fuck's sake. N. Chat, you get a choice between 3 teams. Either the Northern Illinois Huskies, Navy, or the New Mexico Lobos. The choice is yours. The poll is live. Will it be New Mexico, NIU, or Navy that we add to Week 12? Pretty much the only game that we're going to be able to add this season because we're now in conference play. Who's it going to be? But yeah, I guess now we can see why the glitch happens. The game doesn't quite know how to handle what we're requesting from it. Which doesn't totally surprise me, right? Not entirely. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be Navy. The old midshipman. Again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, we could schedule one more game to get 12. We could. Honestly, let's go week 5. Let's go week 5 as well. I'm good with that. Spin the wheel again. That's right, because we had that extra game too. We'll see if this decision comes back to haunt us as we land on, of all things, V, which doesn't help. So we'll spin it again. Funny that all the N teams are independent. Oh, I mean, odds are they'd be independent, right? Because they don't have mandatory games. But I get what you mean. Ah, fuck. We landed on M, the Missouri Tigers. Never mind, I have the max number of games. I didn't think I did. Are you sure, game? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How do I have the max number of games? It's got to be a glitch, right? With the way I've set this up. Can I play Missouri in week 1? Or week 0? I guess that's all we can do. I guess it's all we can do. Fair enough. I'm going to reset the schedule. Actually, let me regenerate it really quickly. Just to hopefully not have like any glitches happen. And then FCS Northwest will be off the list. And then week 12 we'll add Navy again. The conference rules are set to 11, yeah, for everybody. It just glitches out sometimes. We'll host Navy as well. We might as well get that extra home game. There we go. San Jose State's where we'll start off our season, which is okay. And obviously now we'll have to fill out the board, rename some people, all that fun stuff. You know how it is.